Hey y'all, just wanted to come through with Thursday's reading for April 19th. So let's just jump right in. First, we'll start with energies that we're encouraged to express and work with today. So let's focus on that. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune with the Queen of Cups. I actually pulled the Queen of Cups first, and I pulled the Wheel of Fortune, kind of clarity card for it. So the Queen of Cups always gives me a feeling of like looking deeper. It gives me a feeling of Jupiter and Scorpio for any of my astrology lovers out there. The feeling of like delving deep into our psyche. That's the feeling that I get with the Queen of Cups, of like delving deep into why we feel how we feel. Whether it's in relationships or just in our regular, everyday lives. I really get that feeling of maybe even looking deep into feelings of our childhood, old hurt wounds that we may have had since, years and years ago. And I say that because we've got, the Six of Cups as the card at the bottom of the deck, which is normally, card of childhood, of, innocence. And so I really do feel like that's what this Queen of Cups is pertaining to, reviewing, some of these old wounds and maybe some of this old hurt that, is coming back up for us to actually deal with for the, the final time. Wheel of Fortune's always a, game changer. That's the word that comes to me when I see it, of, directional change, of a turning point coming. So I really feel like, currently, right now, we're all in this turning point of kind of reflecting and looking at, things that may have hurt us before that we didn't really take the deep critical chance to look at, and now we're more mature to be able to do that now. Especially say that with Chiron going into Aries, for any of my any other astrology fans that know that Chiron is an asteroid, typically archetypal of our deep-seated wounds in our soul, in our spirit. So I really get that feeling. As far as energies that we should kind of tone down on is the Hanged Man, which is very fitting for this reading when we're talking about delving deep into some of our old wounds. Don't be a martyr. You are not a martyr. You're not a victim. You are a victor. The Peace Dealer, if anyone follows any of his, anyone that's into tarot, astrology, or anything, you might know about him. But anyway, the Hanged Man is definitely a sign of you are not a martyr. You are not a victim of your life. This is a time for you to be able to review the things that have happened, but not in a place of victimhood, in a place of this has happened, and maybe being able to review it, and this is how it has been able to enlighten me. This is how it has been able to heal me. This is how it has been able to get me to this point where I am at now, where I'm able to make this change in my life, or not make this change, but start going on to this next chapter of our lives, starting on a little bit of a fresher path. So, I guess that pretty much concludes, I really do know that right now, as it also kind of relates back to yesterday's feeling of, feeling like things are crumbling and feeling like things are falling apart. And maybe that feeling of things falling apart kind of takes you back to maybe some feeling that you may have had younger, of when, ever a relationship or something you really cared about fell apart as well. But anyways, let me go. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I'm still trying to figure out where I really want to host these videos, how I really want to go about it. So if anyone has any suggestions, if you're interested in these videos and you actually want to see more of these videos, do let me know if you would prefer to see them on like YouTube, or if it's just fine with them here in the stories. But either way, thank you so much for letting me help you guys out in any way. Hopefully this resonated with you guys.